Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 2 of my 21 days of Vieve. But just one thing I want to say before we get started, it's nothing to do with makeup. Yeah, in the video I did of lockdown 3.0, I was saying how I have a heart-shaped face because I have a bit of a receding hairline, like my hair goes back, so therefore my head kind of goes like this. But I've seen like all this hype about rice water, where you like boil rice and then you keep the rice water left over. And I filled loads of little bottles with the rice water and I've just been spraying it on my scalp. It's something to do with like the vitamin E and stuff. It's really nourishing for your scalp and helps hair growth and healthy hair. And look at this. This is not my fringe because my fringe is grown down completely. I have loads of new hair growth on either side. Like that's all new hair. The length of it. And I only started doing this like 2 weeks ago. So if anybody has like bald patches, or like your hair is just really dehydrated, or you have like an itchy scalp, or I don't know, dandruff, try rice water. It's so cheap. You just boil rice and use the leftover water and just spray it directly onto your scalp. I've been spraying it on before showers, and then before I dry my hair I just spray it in the ends of my hair, just because you know the way the ends of your hair is always dehydrated from using like hair straighteners and stuff. And as well, yes, I do notice that my face is 2 shades lighter than my body because I have tan on, and obviously from washing my face the tan has kind of come off. I'm not a big fan of wearing tan. I was looking in the 2 videos before and my arms were literally orange, so I kind of scrubbed it off my hands so I don't look like I have Cheeto hands anymore. But normally I would have like leftover tan from holidays because I do go quite sallow when I go abroad, but obviously didn't get to go abroad this year, and I thought because I didn't go on the flight doing the sensible thing of staying home during a global pandemic that I'd get my money back for not going to Portugal. But no, apparently not, because the plane lifted off the ground and actually went to Portugal, and just because I wasn't on it I'm not getting my money back. So have to deal with fake tan for now. So yes, I do know I have a white face and a brown body, or I don't know what you'd call that, orange. But I will match my face to my neck with the makeup that I'm about to put on. So today I'm going to go in and do a fox eye look. So without further ado, for my transition shade I'm going to go in with this shade here. It's buff, it's just a little bit darker than the Chow mustard shade. And then next I'm going in my SK02. It's like a flat fluffy brush, and I'm going to give this a spritz with my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And then I'm going to go in with a shimmer shade, which is THEA. I think it's THEA. I always call it THEA, but I don't know. THEA? I don't know. So now I'm going to go in with my bullet brush. It's my SE205 bullet brush by Sosumi, and I'm going to go in with the chocolate shade Delicious, and I'm just going to bring that to the outer corner of my eye. I'm only using it as a transition, but by placing Delicious beneath Goodnight, I'm going to give it like that perfect kind of smoky wing, so it's not going to be too harsh, it will blend. See, the way I'm just gradually, very slowly going higher and higher with it, because if you go too wide too soon, sometimes you can ruin it. You kind of have to go bit by bit, just keep having a look in your eye and just make sure you haven't gone too far. And then I'm going back in with the fluffy brush again, and I'm just going to go back in with the shade Buff, and I'm just going to ever so lightly blend in over Delicious, just so it's not a very prominent line. Now that I have the transition shade for the wing, which was delicious, I'm just going to ever so lightly, I'm going to go back in with my all-nighter setting spray. Spray my brush that I used with the shimmer shade THEA. I'm just going to go in with the shimmer shade Glimmer. It's the lightest shimmer shade on the palette. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tap it in above my pupil just to give that kind of ombre effect. And just place it directly above your pupil. And then the last shade I'm going to go in with is the shade Goodnight, which is the black shade in the palette. And I'm going to use the SE206 brush. It's just an angled brush by Sosumi. And going in with black is very risky because it can go very wrong very quickly. So I'm going to start very slowly. I have this technique with tapping motions where I just very lightly go in with the angled brush and then take a look back and see how far I'm going to bring out the wing, because sometimes if you go in with a wing and then you look and you've gone too far, black is really annoying to rub away and then you'll end up with a red eye. So I'm going to go really slowly and just tap in the shade Goodnight. And then after going in with the angled brush with Goodnight, I'm just going to go back in with my bullet brush, a little bit of Delicious, a little bit of Goodnight, and I'm just going to blend it all in. And then once you're happy with how it's blended, I'm going to go in with a cotton pad and a small bit of makeup remover. I'm going to fold this in half and then I'm just going to clean up underneath my eye. But once I go in with my base now after this, it will look a lot more smooth. The other eye was a little bit of a mess because you know what I'm after noticing? I have a cut right in there on the inner corner of my eye, like a literal slice with a scab over it. So yesterday when I was putting on my lashes, I must have cut myself with the tweezers and didn't notice until now. I've gone off the camera and done my mascara. I used the same mascara as yesterday, but today instead of my Sosu lashes, I'm going to go in with the TL JAMIE 2 lashes. These are by Tatti Lash, and I've just done the exact same as yesterday. I've cut the inner corner off just so they'll fit my eye. The lashes on, I'm just going to jump off camera and then do my base and then I'll come back. Day 2 of my date. So guys, to me going out and not Days Of Vieve for my wispy lash for Days Of Vieve challenge. Finished look from this is my so guys, this is my finished look for day 2 of my Vieve challenge. I would wear this look on like a night out. It's definitely not a day look. It's very heavy, it's very full glam. I did use the NYX concealer that I used yesterday that I said that was very cakey and very full coverage, but what I did today is I just used a smaller amount and I tapped it in with my finger. But if you ever have a problem with covering your dark circles and some concealers just don't cut it, just get yourself a colour correcting palette, which is something like this, and just use the peachy shade on it and mix it with your concealer and put that down underneath your foundation, and then put your concealer on top of your foundation, and that should help correct any dark circles or if you've any kind of blue veins underneath your eyes. The only thing I changed today about my base, I didn't use the Hollywood Flawless filter. Instead, I used this Inglot YSM Face and Body Illuminator. I got the shade 69 and I mixed it with the Inglot Young Skin Makeup shade 49. I mixed them on my palette first and then I went in with my sponge and put it all over my face. So I do think it's given it quite a nice finish. And then the only thing I changed about my lips is I went in with the shade Bark in the Vieve Modern Lip Definer and then just blended it in nicely with the shade Velvet Sands in the other Vieve Lip Definer. So I didn't use lipstick, I didn't use any lip gloss, I just tapped in the two lip liners together to give this kind of ombre effect. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. This is day 2 down out of 21 days. We're going good so far. I think for my Instagram look, I would pair this makeup look maybe with like a slick back ponytail and a leather jacket. I don't know yet, I'll figure it out. But thank you so much for watching and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.